Hello, Arthur and my peeps. Another glorious, bright, sunny day. Temperatures are going up a little, not much, but that's okay. It's winter. I must be on a dinosaur kick because I just found another dinosaur book. Curious George this time. So, we'll see what trouble he can get into today. Because if anybody can find it, it's Curious George. Jimmy's class was taking a field trip to the museum, and George was going along. He's a lucky monkey. He gets to go all over the place. "We're glad to have you, George," said Mr. Chauncey, the teacher. "But don't get into trouble, okay?" At the museum, Mr. Chauncey began to explain one of the displays. These rocks are millions of years old. The students weren't listening. "This is boring," said a student. "It sure is," said another. "When it's lunchtime?" asked a third. George wandered off. He didn't find rocks very interesting either. Uh-oh. But in the next room, George saw something very interesting. It was a huge skeleton. It was too much for George to resist. He stepped over the rope and jumped out of the tail. He climbed down. Then he climbed up. He climbed up and up and up until he reached the skeleton's head. Just then, Mr. Chauncey and the class came into the room. "Look at that dinosaur," said Jimmy. "And look at George," he shouted. "Ride 'em, George," cried a girl. The guards heard the noise. "Get down from there," ordered one of them. "I'm going to the director," said the other guard. George was scared. "Is that how they rode dinosaurs in the old days?" a girl asked Mr. Chauncey. Well, no," he said. "Tell us more about the dinosaurs," someone said. George was curious. What was a dinosaur? "Well," said Mr. Chauncey, "the earth was once full of huge creatures just like this one." Suddenly, the director of the museum came charging in. "What's this about a monkey on our dinosaur?" he asked. "Guards, get that monkey down before he causes any damage." Well, you really aren't supposed to touch those things, the skeletons, but it's a monkey. It's George. Poor George. There he was on top of a dinosaur and no place to hide. "Just a moment," said Mr. Chauncey. "George was a great help to me. He got the children interested in dinosaurs." "We wouldn't have listened," said a boy. "It is so interesting," said another. "I want to come back again," said a girl. "Well," said the director, "I can see that our dinosaur isn't damaged, so we'll forgive him this time." "You can come down, George," he called. So George hopped down. "Hooray!" the students shouted. Mr. Chauncey said, "I have to thank you for making this visit an interesting one, George, but next time, promise not to ride the dinosaur." When the bus stopped in front of George's house, the man in the yellow hat was waiting. "I'm glad to see you, George," he said. "I hope you kept out of trouble today." And that's our story for today. Hope you guys have an enjoyable day, and I will see you tomorrow. Love you all. Bye.